Hi, I'm Scott for ediblemusic.com. I want to encourage you to give your mixes some interest and variety and drama and surprise, and one of the best ways to do that is with volume automation. So I'd like to walk you through a few moments in a song where you'll want to apply some automation, how to approach it, how to think about it, and how to integrate it into your mixes. I'll play you this song example that I've got. I just kind of pulled out a part of a song. It'll play the end of the first verse, the first chorus, and then it'll go into the second verse. And let's look at some ways that we might be able to apply some automation to keep the interest and contrast and change up how the song feels as it progresses through these different parts. There. Let's start here. The first verse. Chorus. Cool. It's sounding pretty solid, but I think there are some good opportunities for volume automation there. The reason why I'm showing you multiple sections of a song is because between those sections, I want you to think about them as kind of pivot points. You can start in the broader scope of the entirety of the song. You've got a verse, a chorus, and a second verse. There's a moment there, there's kind of a hinge where the verse changes into the chorus. And in this case, the arrangement does a pretty good job of bringing the energy of the chorus up because it adds some new instruments, it adds these cymbal swells that sort of burst into the chorus, and then again that will burst out of it. But that's a good way to start, is just maybe bumping up the entire section of a song by half a dB or 1 dB. Not necessarily the whole arrangement, but maybe just one part of the arrangement. Say you want the vocals to be a little bit louder during the chorus, pull the entire vocals up just a little bit, and it'll change the energy of the song from the verse that had just happened to the chorus that now will feel louder and more energized. Now, one of the things that I like to do with volume automation is actually to turn things down. So here I've split up the post-chorus and the first half of the second verse and then verse 2b there. And listen first to the transition from the post-chorus and into the verse. The drums keep on rolling, and that's nice. But there are also some hand drums happening down here in the percussion section. And I'd like to emphasize those over the drums, just to switch things up a bit. So I'm going to highlight this entire section of the drums and turn them down, line them up. And at the same time, I'm going to turn the hand drums up a little bit. As you can see, I'm not being super precise about it because I just want to hear how it sounds first, and then I'll adjust again. All right, I think I turned the drums down a little bit too much. We kind of lost them, so I'll bring them back up. So that's pretty good, but there's also this fill here that I wanted to emphasize. So I'm bringing it down so that the hand drums can come up, and then this fill is gonna sort of pull the drums back into the mix Let's hear how that sounds. A little bit too dramatic, don't you think? It's cool, but it's a little bit too much. So I'm just going to pull it down just like that. That sounds better. So again, a little bit goes a long way. The key is just to make sure that the automation changes you're making don't start pulling everything out of the mix balance so that something suddenly just sounds enormous when it doesn't need to. You still want to keep things fitted together pretty neatly. Thinking about automation in terms of sections helped us to move the arrangement around each other a little bit, spotlighting new instruments, changing up the arrangement. Let's think about that in terms of the chorus as well, which has these repeating synths. They're all stacked together, but what I've done is I've panned two of them out to the left and the right, and I chose them because they're the brightest and clearest. So let's listen to those. And they're stacked with these. But what I wanted to do is to add some variation between the chorus and the post-chorus part. The vocalist is singing kind of softer during the post-chorus, so I wanted to match that with the synths. These two panned on the left and the right are really bright and suit the energy of the chorus, but I wanted things to change up a little bit. So you'll see these automation lines here, and listen to how things change as the chorus transitions into the post-chorus. That's just a couple examples there of very broad volume automation and very precise volume automation. But the key is to think about it in terms of pivot points. You've got pivot points between sections, between phrases, and then you've also got some little enunciative pivot points that you want to kind of give that element of surprise and excitement. So try out some volume automation in your mixes. I think that you'll find it to be a real help to add to the energy of the song. As you can see, we made really subtle moves, but a little goes a long way. Have some fun.